Being a content creator and coming from an African family is no easy feat. And if you're a content creator and you're also African, let's chat. I know that you can relate to some of the things that I'm about to tell you in this video. First thing that I noticed with doing content creation is that when they see your video, they assume that's all that you do. They assume that's all that you do, that you don't have a life outside of making videos, that you don't have a job, goals outside of making videos. They just assume that this is what you're trying to do for money and you're not making any money from it at all. That's what they think. They think it's a waste of time. And it sucks. It really sucks because we have to be realistic about our goals, and at the same time we also have passions, we also have hobbies out of the typical expectations that society tries to put on us. We have things that brings us joy outside of work, outside of school, and content creation, making videos is one of them. But they just find it as a waste of time and that we could be doing other things. It's not even just content creation. When it comes to doing things out of the norm, like making music, because I'm also a musician, right? They also criticize me for that too. Painting, dancing, anything creative, artistic, literally anything that's not of the expectations that they set on us, it's a disgrace. It's considered okay, you don't care about your life, you don't care about your future, which is not inherently true. Of course we care about our future, but we also have things that we enjoy, things that makes us happy, and they can't understand that. And I feel like some of them, they came from a very rough background. Some of our parents, some of our family members come from a very rough background. They had it difficult growing up, and I understand that it was hard for them. They struggled a lot because they were so focused on survival rather than other things, which I understand. And so they didn't really have time to pursue their passions, pursue their hobbies because they didn't have time, right? But I feel like we live in a different time where it's great to be creative. It's great to be artistic. It can lead you to greener pastures. It can lead you to higher opportunities, but they don't see it that way. I do agree that we need to be realistic about our life because in order to make it, we need to have money. We need to have resources to survive. We have to have a good job. We have to have good money. I understand all of that, right? Because that's just how life goes. You work to live, you work to survive. And unfortunately, that's the harsh truth about life. But it's when you don't become a doctor, you don't become a lawyer, you don't become an engineer, but you do something else, that's when they start to criticize you and they feel like you didn't listen to them and that you're disobeying them, disrespecting them, which is not true. My mother is one of my biggest supporters. She got me for life. She has been there for me. She has supported me through everything. She loves what I do. She loves the fact that I make music and I make videos and things like that. But I remember when it was the beginning, but I remember after I graduated, I was telling her that I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to college. I want to do music only. And she sat down with me, she had a talk with me, and she told me that's not realistic. That's not going to benefit me in the long run. I was young, I was naive, and I saw it as she doesn't believe in me. But that's not what she was trying to hint at. That's not what she was trying to imply. She just wants to make sure that I'm settled for life, like I'm set for life. She just wants to make sure that I'm good. And so she wanted me to focus on, pursuing a degree rather than pursuing my passions only. I can pursue she wanted me to pursue my degree and pursue my passions at the same time, which is what I did. And looking back at that conversation, it made me realize that she was 100% right. She was 100% right because I've experienced college. I've went through it and I've learned different things and I learned so much from other people's perspectives, and it taught me something new about life. And I'm very grateful that I went to school, that I gave it a try. And at the same time, I was lucky enough to pursue my passions and to do the things that makes me happy, right? She is the type of parent who's in it to win it, you know? She loves that I'm creative. She loves that I'm artistic, but I have to remain, you know, I have to think about my future and think about what I need 10 years from now. What if the music, what if the content creation doesn't work 10 years from now? What am I going to do? Imagine I didn't go to school and I didn't listen to her. I think I wouldn't be where I am right now. Like where I am right now is not 100% where I want to be, but it's way better. It is way better. And so I am not trying to persuade you into doing anything. It's more so your decision on what you choose to do with your life. But I just don't like the whole notion that just because you go to school, you can't do other things that you're passionate about, that you're creative about. Like let your creative energy flow. I feel like many of us are conditioned to think that just, following the 9 to 5 path, just following the 9 to 5 path, or just working in corporate, or we just think working is all there is to life. And we forget that we also have other dreams that we would like to explore. So I just don't want to put myself in a box. I love doing YouTube. I love making music. And I also love what I studied, honestly, from school. I have a lot of things that I care about, that I give energy to, right? I think our parents were trying to tell us that we need to go to school and we need to go to school and set ourselves for life. That's what they wanted for us. I think they didn't want anything bad for us. They didn't have any bad intentions for us. I feel like everything they said was for the better, for real. But I think the other side of it is like it's okay to be creative at the same time while being realistic about our future. It's okay. It's literally okay. You can go to school, you can go to trade school, you can get a certificate, you can get a certification, literally anything. Thinking about and just think about, okay, well, I need money, I need knowledge because knowledge is what makes us grow. But at the same time, I have these passions. I have these creative things that I want to explore. You can do both. You can do both. And I feel like in the world that we live in, and I feel like in the world that we're living in right now, it's kind of dangerous to just pursue one thing and think that's going to take you somewhere. It's always good to have a plan B because life is always changing. There's always something new to learn, and you have to be able to go with the flow for real. And so there's this idea that African parents just they don't want you to be creative. They don't want you to pursue your passions. For me, I was lucky enough to have a supportive mother who told me to go to school, but at the same time I can do the things that makes me happy, that drives me. My creativity drives me. And so I really thank her for that. And for those who may be struggling with this, I want you to know that you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you and I believe that you can do it. So keep your head up, keep going, and just know that it's okay to be creative. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope that this video resonates with you. If it did, drop a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.